guess what weather it is like today? Yeah, good guess. Actually, in northern Germany, you can really say it's raining. So yeah, it's another day of rain today, and it's Thursday, another day of rain, and I'm making this video, and the weather is just for me. Moin. My name is Anna of northern Germany, and today I am trying to be a bit cozy. I am in the blanket, if you don't mind. It's chilly, although it's spring. It's a chilly spring, but whatever. And I'm Anna, living in northern Germany, seeking asylum here, originally from Russia. And no, now I will do it like this, because now this is banned in Russia. A heart like this. I love Russia. And I have a history of depression, and I'm a writer. I think I have to call myself a writer. Amateurish, not amateurish, I think it doesn't matter, because I write and I enjoy writing very, very, very much. And today, as you can see from my video, I'm going to talk about a certain thing that bothers me a lot in my life and that interferes with my life. And yeah, it's not like the biggest problem of mine, but still it changes the quality of my life. And yeah, let's pass over to that. Today I have the help of the horse, who is a bit like all of us, right? Yeah, it's almost the end of the week. Yeah, this dog, it's not even my dog, and not my horse. It's my friend's room. But yeah, let's pass over to the problem. So yeah, the problem is as old as I am, possibly. I was born in Russia, and do you know Stakhanov? I will show a picture. My daddy, the big daddy of all of us, possibly. Whatever, maybe it sounds very bad, but I think us Slavs from the post-Soviet space, we all have this issue. I will shortly describe who Stakhanov is, because possibly you don't know, and I envy you. He was a guy, he was a miner, and in the 1930s, he became famous because in Russia the economy was planned, and they measured their work in years, like 5 years plan, and he succeeded to complete the 5 years plan in 3 years, as far as I remember. So he was working very hard, and he was very famous. However, when I was at school, I think we studied that his record was questioned several times, because I think he was just kind of a chosen person who was picked as this person who could have showed other Soviet citizens the way. And actually he was helped by other miners to complete his record. But yeah, I feel like we all live as if we are from his family. And it's not only about me. I know another friend who also works 25/8, and I also know one woman from Poland who I saw recently, and she had a terrible headache, but she was like, no, I will continue working. I will continue working till we are dead, right there. And I don't know that many Slavic people who don't have such problem. I feel like we all struggle to rest, and yeah, the video is about struggling to rest, because I absolutely clueless how to rest. And like, you know, this French people, they sit at their meals forever. Italians too, Spanish people, I think, and Germans, they are like taking the Scandinavian sticks and go wandern, spazieren gehen. Like they do it hard in a hard way. It's not my style of resting, definitely. And the problem is, I don't know what my style of resting is. It sounds pretty weird, possibly, because you just rest. And if you really don't need to think and overthink how to rest, I'm really super envious, because I really don't remember myself capable of resting. So I'm a hardworking person, I'm an overworking, so I know how to occupy myself to work, to be productive, but how not to be productive, I have no idea. Honestly, like even with my hobbies, like I can turn into a chore basically anything, any hobby of mine. That's why after some time I cannot return to my hobbies like for a long time. I had already filmed a video about me being back to reading, and reading is fine-ish. Also, now I have this wonderful YouTube channel that I enjoy pretty much, and I have an excuse now to read books. Like, oh, maybe I can find something interesting for making a video, because I really enjoy that. And yeah, but otherwise, crocheting, for example, I can crochet till I cannot feel my hands anymore, and I want to finish like 5 years and 3 years. Really, it's like my motto for my whole life. 5 years and 3 years, and really, I'm not the only one, and it bothers me a lot, because yeah, I think I overthink rest a lot, and when it's time to rest for me, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? What should I do? Even like lying brain dead in bed is not a way of resting for me. And I watch videos, and always I end up in this dark part of the. Just found out that the horse has nose pits. Yeah, my life is weird. Yeah, and I always end up at this dark side of YouTube when I start watching this Russian political programs, because yeah, if it's not noticeable, I'm against Putin, and I am kind of an activist. I'm an activist against Putin, against war, and I really like watching other activists, or I like watching something dark. And if I'm just lying, which is possibly my only way of resting, like I feel guilty that I'm just lying and dying and doing nothing. And recently, my overthinking brain came up with an idea of making this. I decided to make a mind map. I'll show it closer, the picture. You can look at it and laugh if you want to. Yeah, I'm a control freak, a perfectionist, I cannot rest. Yeah, it's hard to be me, actually, but okay. Yeah, so what I came up with, the components of my rest, to figure out what the rest actually is for me. And it didn't help much. I still don't know. So yeah, if you have recommendations how you rest, because you know, really, I sometimes want to ask people, how do you rest? Like, what do you do? Can you write the plan? How you rest? What you do? What do you think of? it's super weird. I'm sorry. Yeah, my brain is broken, especially after I left Russia. Well, before I left Russia too, and after the war started, and after everything that had happened to me, anxiety, etc., etc., it all broke me even worse. Although I wasn't super successful at resting, even at school, really. I don't remember what I did. And yeah, the components of my rest. So, no self-analyzing, constantly failing it. No self-analyzing my body, if something wrong that is going on in my body. Failure. What is this? Handwriting. Okay. No overwhelming mental activity. So basically, writing as a rest, reading as a rest, also a bit complicated. So yeah, no mental activity. What is it supposed to mean? No idea. Really. What else? No triggering media consumption. Goodbye political shows. Goodbye my favorite opposition channels. A bit of movement is good, okay, but here I point out that a bit, and it's like really, really important, because I cannot go spazieren gehen till I am, I don't know, dead in some mountains and I cannot move anymore and I just want to scream. Like, it's not my style of resting, and I don't even like being far from home when I'm exhausted. So yeah, what is it supposed to mean? What does it signify, like, for me? Like, no idea. Changing activities. So if I do something for too long, it also exhausts me. Like, if I crochet too long, overdo it, it exhausts me. 10 out of 10. Avoiding overdoing, and to be out of bed. Yeah, this one is clear for me. If I'm just lying, it's not super good for me. Okay. And yeah, home or not far from home. Okay, well, yoga might fit, but also I should watch for not overdoing yoga, because otherwise I will be overwhelmed doing yoga. But yeah, I had already mentioned that I'm doing yoga with Adrian. It's quite good, and after every video I'm motivated to return, so I think it's a good stuff. Without a strict plan, because yeah, I maybe already noticed that I tend to overplan. So yeah, and having some kind of a treat. That's an interesting part. What is a treat for me? I don't need a big treat. I'm not a candy eater. I'm not a sweet tooth. So it can be something small, like a drink, like not alcoholic drink. Like, Germany is also the country of alcohol-frei, like alcohol-free drinks that are actually pretty good. So yeah, a common activity, silence but not silence, my favorite, and my friends. So being alone is not super good for me. So yeah, I wanted to make my life simpler, but I think I overcomplicated it. So I think I can throw it away, possibly. And yeah, maybe you also have advice how not to overthink rest, because I think the best rest is when you don't think that it is rest or that you're resting, that you're also not overdoing. Yeah, help me. No, well, actually I'm working on it, and I think it's not super bad because I had an achievement a couple of days. There was a very beautiful sunset. You can see a picture, and I managed to watch the sunset, observe, and I pretty much enjoyed it for 10 minutes straight. How can you imagine that? So yeah, people, some people who don't struggle with that might find it and think, oh my god, how you live. But yeah, this is how I live. Yeah, that's a mess of the video. I know that. But I made it mostly because maybe some people know, or maybe some people have the same issue and they don't know what to do. I think it's even scarier, and I think it's they are, and they probably believe that they're going crazy. And also on the internet it's a bit hard to find something because we live on the cult of productivity. And yeah, I tried to search, and a lot what I found is ADHD, something like videos about ADHD. But yeah, I don't have ADHD diagnosis. I think I'm actually just a control freak. And in general, I don't have ADHD symptoms, although in this hypochondria attack sometimes I can also think, okay, I also have ADHD and everything in this world. But no, I think it's just a side effect of my mental illnesses. And yeah, I also want the world to see that, yeah, sometimes it can also end up in that. And yeah, it's also normal. And if we celebrate small things, I think, yeah, it's going to result in something, at least. Like my sunset thing, like I really, really, really benefited a lot of this sky that was, oh my god, it was so beautiful, awesome. I haven't seen anything like that. But no, I'm lying. I'm a big sunset person, so I watched a lot of them. Yeah, so if you have a similar problem, tell me how you handle it or how you don't, because sometimes we should also accept, like, yeah, I failed. Yeah, and I wish you love, love, and peace, peace. Now I'll do it like this in more older style, because I just like doing something that my home country bans. Like, it's like this fulfilling yeah, moment when you do something that the dictator prohibits. And yeah, today I didn't put up the candle, but if I did, I would do this actually for Hungary, because my friends in Hungary are saying that there are protests there against the things that are going on, also corruption and all this stuff. So I mentally put a candle for Hungary. Hungary will be free, Russia will be free, everybody will be free, sooner or later. I believe in that. Well, yeah. And see you in other videos. Bye. Yeah, Stahanov's daughter. He's not my father, by the way, fortunately. But yeah, maybe because of that, I look like Motherland is Calling from Soviet posters. Soviet posters are the best, especially homosexual ones. You should discover them, you should look at them. The best.